Robertson is suspended from the show. He'll be on the season that starts in January, at least most of it, because, well, shooting's already wrapped. But after that, suspended. Is this being blown out of proportion? Faith Goldy joins us now in full camo attire. Faith, good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Your thoughts on this?
Well, I'll tell you straight up, the Robertsons encompass everything that the left hates and wants to destroy, and that's a belief in love in God, as well as family values where the men are often the head of the household, women are at home. Hey, a love of the Second Amendment, one that has essentially led to their hard work and prosperity as a family-run business, and that's precisely why they are being singled out right now. But you know what, as you mentioned, okay, yes, the Robertsons enjoy the same freedoms as every other American, which is freedom of speech and freedom of religion. But yes, A&E is a private corporation, so they are within their rights. However, this is largely just a protective lip service because, as you mentioned, Brian, they already know full well that most of next season is already taped. And you know what I find hilarious is that A&E's actual motto is "Be original," but I guess Phil Robertson, exactly. I guess Phil
Robertson's an original.
Well, he's not original in the type of way that he doesn't want to dress up his granddaughters, I mean, half nude, parade them up and down aisles to be judged. The beautiful women in his family aren't trying out for the Dallas cheerleaders, so he's not the type of originality that they're looking for. But A&E, despite being a private corporation, it speaks for a large number of vocal people in the public sphere that preach tolerance, but won't practice it.
Let's read off what A&E said in their statement and get that out of the way, because I also want to get to what GLAAD is saying. A&E said, "We are extremely disappointed to have read Phil Robertson's comments in GQ, which are based on his own personal beliefs and are not reflected in the series Duck Dynasty. His personal views in no way reflect those of A&E Networks, which have always been strong supporters and champions of the LGBT community. The network has placed Phil under hiatus from filming indefinitely." Okay, so is A&E just supporters of one part of America, or are they supporters of all?
Well, they certainly don't understand all Americans insofar as his, quote, personal beliefs are also shared among the vast majority of Americans who are Christian, who believe that all human beings are sinners, and some of which might be for various reasons, including performing homosexual acts.
But look, he came out and he said, "I don't judge anyone. This is what I think. I just try and treat everyone with respect and hope that they come to God and come to Jesus." He said that's what he did in his own life, that he had been a child of the 60s, centered his life around sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and then things changed. So that's where he's coming from. I want to show you where GLAAD is coming from, the people that are pushing to get him off the show and trying to destroy this successful franchise. This is an unbelievable statement. Listen in.
A&E needs to come out very strongly and condemn Phil Robertson's statements. The country's changing, and even the state in which Mr. Robertson lives is changing, and he needs to get in line.
Get in line.
You know what, Brian, what I'm caused to think about when I think of the word line are the lines of soldiers who stood up and fought for the freedoms that we as North Americans have the luxury and the privilege and the right to have. And I'm really sick and tired of this offendluenza, this virus that is encompassing all of North America. I'm so offended, and that breaches that section of the Constitution. Look, I just can't remember which one it is.
I remember when there was a push to censor records, and people would say, the left was always saying, "Oh, we don't want to listen to the religious right. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. Live and let live, man."
Oh, but
that's given way to live like we tell you.
That's not the society we live in. We say live and let live, and sure, we're a tolerant society. And yeah, you're Christian, that's fine. So give me your tax dollars, pay for my abortions, pay for my pride parades, and then shh, no more out of you. Thanks very much, Robertsons et al.
All right, let's bring this back to diversity. Ben Shapiro, our friend down at Breitbart and Truth Revolt, he tweeted this out, and I think he hit the nail on the head. If Phil Robertson had cited Quran 26, 165, 166 instead of 1 Corinthians 6:9, the left would now be silent.
Totally. 100%. And it doesn't even have to be, the idea of citing, Islam versus Christianity. By the way, all the Abrahamic faiths stand shoulder to shoulder when it comes to some sins, and homosexuality is one of them. However, there is a clear, deafening silence when it comes to it's okay to basically be of Muslim faith and then say these things about homosexuality. But if you're a Christian and saying it, then it's not okay. And hey, guess what? To add to that, it's also okay to make fun of Christianity. Look no further than Barbara Walters, who compared Barack Obama to the Messiah during this high holy season.
All
Mum's
right,
the word.
Faith, good talking to you as always. Have fun.